Welcome to episode 2 of Stampin Chat, and we have our demonstrator panel back with us.
Hi.
How have you been?
Yeah,
doing well? Yeah. Great. Well, today we are going to find out about some of the day-to-day activities that our demonstrators do to run their business. Now, ladies, you've shared that demonstrators run their businesses in different ways. So some might be looking for a way to support their crafting passion, and others running this more on a part-time level or even a full-time business. So, Michaela, you're a newer addition to the Stampin' Up family. So I'd like to know a little bit about what's it like for a newbie demonstrator. What are some of the feelings that they may come across, you know, when they first join?
Excitement when you first place that order of your kit and it arrives, you will just squeal with excitement when it comes through the door and you open that big box. It's just like Christmas has all come at once.
Yeah.
And then you just want to share that buzz with everybody. And then, yes, it can feel a little bit daunting of where do I take it from here? But there's so many resources out there, as we've said before, that you can go onto the demonstrator website, decide where and how you want to start your business up, and
just talking and sharing with people will move you forward, you know, and bring people into.
So it's kind of like little steps, and you, I guess you know,
you could invite people around, have a little open house, and just invite people around for a coffee and make a really simple card, you know, to get the ball rolling.
Put yourself in when you were a customer. What events did you like to go to? What things did you like to do? So you sort of have to be mindful of what you enjoyed when you were a customer. It's not about reinventing the wheel. It's just
so it's really kind of, you know, chatting, having conversations, fun, and just sort of, you know, getting out there and letting people know what you do. So, Michaela, can you tell me a little bit about how Stampin' Up fits into your family life? I mean, what does a typical day look like for you?
Well, I'm a mum of a 4.5-year-old, so as soon as my eyes open, I am in mum mode. And I get my little boy ready for school. He's started this September, so I'll do the school run, get him into his uniform, do all the school run. So the morning's a bit frantic, and then I'll come back, make myself a cup of coffee, and sit down and take stock, do a moment or two of admin work before I then head off to my lovely craft room and set to doing the fun bits.
Yeah. Can you identify with that, girls? Yeah. So you mentioned getting into that craft room. Okay, I noticed you said a little bit of admin and then straight into the craft room.
Yeah, well, let's face it, that's what we all want to do, isn't it?
We want to know, what do you do in your craft room?
Well, for me, I mean, I'm at a stage with my little boy being so young, I want to capture that part of his life before he grows too old too quickly. So a lot of my things are invitations for his birthday parties and things like that. And equally, I've recreated one of his most favourite toys or favourite games that we used to play. He had a bingo game that we've loved, and so I recreated it as a dinosaur bingo game recently.
That's such a great idea.
I need a 4-year-old again.
Keeps you young. So I've just made it fun. So he's got something that he can keep in the future that Mummy's made, and all the little pieces that go onto it. Raw means awesome in dinosaur.
Oh, right, that's just so cute.
So yeah, you've got the bits.
You can have a little look at those. That looks fab. I love the little sort of counters, aren't they?
Yeah, the little counters that go on it.
Oh, they're fab. Look at those.
So we can pull that out and have fun with it. But as I say, I will also make a lot of his invitations, which is cool to think that they're handmade and
look at those.
They're
fabulous, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, I've had lots of fun doing that. I make other things aside from the things just for him, but
I think that's the great thing about it. It's so varied what we can actually create.
Yeah. So you'll spend time in there sort of planning maybe for some events you might be doing? And
I'll plan for classes, monthly classes, and private, my personal things as well. And then I'll come 3:30, I'm back on that school run again.
That's nice. And Bertie gets to see Mummy.
And Bertie gets to spend lots of time with Mummy and gets to craft with Mummy too. Yeah. He's loving this stamp set too.
Oh, does it? Is it his favourite?
It is.
Oh. He's tested it out. So, Julie and Kerry, you've been with us for a little while. So I'd like to hear a little bit about how your businesses have evolved since you've joined. And maybe you can share sort of some examples of that for us.
Well, I had another job before I started doing Stampin' Up. So Stampin' Up sort of fit around my existing career. But after a few years, I realised that I'd love to do Stampin' Up full time. So 4 years ago, it became my full time income, which was a dream, really. That's been the biggest sort of involvement for myself on a personal level, to be able to do a job that doesn't always feel like I'm doing a job, really, and that I enjoy doing. I'm all about doing classes and events. Like Kerry does a lot of classes too. I think we're very similar in that respect. And
was it like that in the beginning, or sort of
not in the beginning?
When I began, you know, my aim was to run a class, so I was running one class, and then I soon realised that I wanted more from this and that I could do more, and it gradually grew. Yeah, of course. It just gradually grew, and then people wanted to join my team, you know, as it's progressed, and it's kind of just a natural progression over time.
And we've talked, you know, we have talked about the flexibility, and I think that's the beauty of it, isn't it, really, that you choose your path and you can make it fit around you, and you know, we're just loving that you're enjoying the experience. So that's brilliant. So girls, can you describe sort of an event, some of the events that you hold?
One of the first events that I sort of got thrown into doing was actually a party at a friend's house, which can be quite daunting, doing your first party, but it's a nice, relaxed environment. It's I always say to the hostess, you know, you supply the friends and I'll supply the fun. It is a fun night in with the girls, and it's just it's a try before you buy kind of situation, that they like to have a go with the products before they commit to purchasing, or, you know, see they're happy with what they can do with the product, and they have an expert on hand to help them decide the purchases. Some don't need any help deciding the purchases.
To get the confidence, isn't it? To then take it home and do it themselves.
You know, some come with
once your starter kit arrives, once your starter kit arrives, then, you know, that's a great way to get started, is have a little party in your own home. A few friends around. There's, you know, nothing to be worried about, or, you know, it's just a relaxing, fun evening.
And you know, last episode we were talking about kits. I think that probably would be a great idea as well, wouldn't it? Because there's not really the prep time, and so you have everything you need in the kit.
It's all there for you.
Yeah, it's all there for you.
From there, and
I find the kits are good for new crafters, but I think they're also good for nervous crafters, which I can, you know, some people are overwhelmed by difficult projects. So even though they've been crafting for a while, you know, the kits are useful for people who just want to do a little bit, pop it away in a box, and they don't have a whole craft room to fill.
And I think the other thing is, it's great for non-crafters, right? Because really anyone can do the kit, right? And it's just and I mean, someone might be at that point that they're looking for a hobby, or they're just looking to make some friends, and it's a nice way to do that, and actually feel like you're a genius from day one, right? Because everything's there, you're an artist, and you can make it all. So Michaela, how about you? What sort of other events might you hold?
Well, I run monthly classes from my little craft room, which started originally just 3 ladies around my dining room table, so you don't have to have much space. Three friends, and it just grew from there.
So they get to make some fun stuff.
So, yeah, we get to make fun stuff, different projects each month, and sometimes I'll use kits, and sometimes I'll come up with something, or use resources for designs and things, and go on what they would like to see being used, which, you know, if they've seen a product and they want to see it come to life, I'll help them.
So and how do you promote your events? How do you promote your...
I do a lot on social media. I also have a class board that I have at classes with sign-up sheets. People can just scribble the name when they want to, which classes, pick and choose the ones that they want to. I find it good to have a selection of sometimes different classes, because different things float different people's boats.
And you can advertise locally in your local village shop or post office, just a little poster up, just to let people know what you're doing.
I think it's good to advertise with a variety, because not everybody uses the internet as well. So just simple postcard in the village shop or something like that is perfect.
Just to sort of get your name out there, right? Girls, it's been really great speaking to you about your events. They sound like a lot of fun. So,
come along, Paula.
I thank you. When are you going to invite me, Julie?
Whenever you want.
Okay, well, we're out of time. It really has been a pleasure speaking with you lovely ladies. Thanks for giving us insights into what you do as demonstrators. Now, in part 2, we're going to be talking more on how running your Stampin' Up business has supported your family, and we'll have more Stampin' snippets from Charlotte. Now, just before I close, it's that time again, ladies. It's time for our Stampin' Survey Said competition question. Now, in a recent survey, we asked our survey respondents if they earned some extra cash, would they spend it, save it, or invest it? What percentage said they would spend it? Was it A, B, or C? If you know the answer, then email your answer A, B or C to share@stampinchat.co.uk. If you give us the right answer, you'll be entered into a draw and the lucky winner will receive Stampin' Up's Get Well Suit stamp set, the in-colour Stampin' Right markers and our in-colour coordinating cardstock. The competition entry deadline and the terms and conditions can be found in the description in the link below this video. So good luck! And we'll reveal the lucky winner in part 2 of this episode, which will be shown next Wednesday. So thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.